Welcome, Drake-It. Drake-It Access TV here live with you today at the MIAA Semifinal game, Drake-It versus Bishop Stang. I'm Gordy Scott, your main co-host with you today. We've got an all-star cast here with me. Victor Olson is back from retirement. He's joined us tonight. We're here with my good friend Sam Powell, and Zach Pisano has also joined us. Zach does a lot of Drake-It Access TV for the hockey program, and he's joined us tonight for this huge, huge game. Let's get into it real quick. Great game. The last three games, they've all been heartbreakers. Victor, what's the keys in tonight's game?
Well, both teams play aggressive style defense. They're very on top of each other, so Drake-It's got to be able to survive the press early, start to play their game, and do what they do. You know, spread the ball around. Don't depend on one player to score. Bishop Stang, on the other hand, they got two great players. Both of them 1,000-point career scorers. Perry is the all-time leading scorer for Stang, and they got a great sophomore who stepped up during the playoffs and is helping balance that attack when they start double-teaming those good players.
So I think we'll be calling Perry's name a lot tonight.
Yes.
Sam, you talked to a lot of the players and some of the players and some of the kids at school today. What was the feedback? What was the overall environment like at school today?
Well, the environment was crazy. Everyone was crazy excited. I got a word with Tyler Guerrero before the game. I asked him two questions. I said, first of all, who was the player to look out for on the Bishop Stang team? And he said exactly what you guys were talking about, Perry, the all-time leading scorer for Bishop Stang, and he said that he's the player to look out for. Then I asked him what Coach Myers said to them before the game today, and he said two things. He said, lock down, and he said, score more points than the other team.
That sounds like good advice. Zach, what feedback you want to give before the game? What things were going on at school today? What did you notice at around Drake-It High today?
Yeah, you know, very, very excited among students and especially the players. You know, guarantee that there's definitely some jitters in them right now, playing in the Garden right now, home of the Boston Celtics. So I think like both teams gonna come out firing, gonna want it very badly. So it's just gonna be the team that works their hardest out there tonight that's gonna get this win.
Like my wife always says, the best team will win.
That's right.
We're gonna find out, and we're gonna see. I think at least I know my nerves are up right now. We're at the Garden, guys. We're at the Garden.
Yeah.
This has never happened before in Drake-It history. We're happy to be here with you. Stay tuned. We got live action coming up right after this. All right, Drake-It fans, welcome with, again, me, Gordy Scott, Victor Olson, Zach Pisano, and Sam Powell here at today's game where your Drake-It middies will face off against a strong Bishop Stang Spartans team. Division III South champion Bishop Stang Spartans are 19-5, and they're about to play in their second state semifinal in the past 4 years. Drake-It's a Cinderella team. They're 14-10 coming in. They're about to play at the TD Garden for the first time in team history, and both the team and the Drake-It community are excited about it. Victor, three tight games, the last three for the middies. Bishop Stang has pretty much wiped the slate with all the competitors they've been put in front of them. You think that these middies tonight can stay with this Bishop Stang team?
They definitely can stay with them. Drake-It plays an aggressive style defense, so it starts with defense on Drake-It. And Bishop Stang, they press. They press hard. Drake-It's just got to, sort of survive that storm and break that press. One advantage of playing in the Garden, the court's just a little bit wider, so if we can spread out enough and break that press, then we're going to have a real tight ball game.
Do you think the Spartans will put on some kind of trap here to start the game?
Oh, definitely. That's their style game, being aggressive that way, and they have experienced players that know how to handle the ball. Usually when you know how to handle the ball, you know how to get turnovers too.
And we know Drake-It's they can score from a lot of different players. 6 players scored in double digits 2 games ago. But for the Bishop Stang, who's going to be the players we're going to be calling their name all night, Victor?
Well, you're definitely going to be calling Damian Perry. He's the all-time leading scorer, as we said earlier. Lopes, another great 1,000-point player for the team. But stepping up in the state tourney has been Declan Markey, a sophomore. The offense runs to them. They run a high post offense, so they get the ball to him. The point guards, Lopes and Perry, if they don't get the drive, they pass over to Markey, and he usually gets an open mid-range shot in there, and he's been hitting them lately. He had 20 in the Division South Championship game, and really stepped up.
Well, I'm excited to see how it turns out. Sam, I know you did some research on the head coach for Bishop Stang. What can you tell us about him?
The coach is Kobe Santos. He's a fifth-year head coach, and he actually on Monday had a 3-page scouting report set up for the team, and then on Tuesday he quizzed them to prepare for today's game. So they believe that they're prepared on Drake's side on defense.
Wow, I wonder if the coach for Drake did that. That sounds like a pretty aggressive move there by the Spartan coach.
Actually, another thing as well, I was talking to Guerrero as well, and he also mentioned that they could not find any film on Bishop Stang as well. It's been an issue for them to find film on them.
Wow, so we'll see what happens. Maybe that's an advantage for the Spartans. Zach, what do you got for us over there?
Well, from the Drake, after opening the tournament with a 67-51 win over the Minutemen, Drake, who is 14-10, has won 3 straight playoff games with winning shots, topping number 4 Newburyport 57-54, top-seeded St. Mary's 63-59, and most recently, number 10 Weston 43-42 in the North Final at the Songs Arena. And mainly, the thing that blows my mind is how this team last year was 1-19, and now they're here playing at the TD Garden for the first time in school history. That's just amazing.
And really, the names really haven't changed. We've got Mitchell Monette, that's new to the team, and the freshman Torres is new, and he's been scoring a lot. He doesn't come out of the game much, Victor. And tonight, it's exciting. The nerves got to be there. Bishop Stang's been here before. I think they're going to be a little more comfortable, but Drake hasn't.
Yeah, they've been there, actually. Bishop Stang, they were a favorite last year going into the South. They lost to Norwell, so they're on the revenge tour this year to come back here, and so they're ready. You got their 2 best players. They're 4-year players for Bishop Stang, so and they've been to the championship. They won the championship, so they know what it takes. So,
and we're gonna see if Goliath can be taken down by David once again if he's got another stone. Let's go down the court side for the game introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, will you please rise as Bishop Stang seniors Emma Pimento, Ellen Sonorano, Julia Lavoy, Sarah Garcia will sing our national anthem.
Great rendition of the national anthem by the Bishop Stang students there. I do want to mention tonight we have the Dracut Band has joined us tonight here at
the cheerleaders have come down to cheer on.
Our national champion cheerleaders, by the way,
right.
Victor.
Yeah. Thought it could be a regular story. We're talking about champions in Dracut.
Yeah.
Hockey team did well this year.
Yes, they did.
Indeed.
The basketball, the football had a good season this year, and cheerleaders the perennial champions on the cheerleader side.
We're hoping for great things coming to the springtime.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad you guys could join us today. This is unbelievable. I just can't even, I have to pinch myself. We're at the TD Garden.
So we got the tip. We got Will Peters against Camacho for the tip-off.
And I think advantage Peters. Let's see what happens. It's tap to Bishop Stang. And that's Damian Perry.
Joey Silva, number 0.
Oh, that's Silva 0.
Now Perry holds it.
Goes inside. Wide open. Oh, it's blocked by Cam McCullough. There's a sophomore driving, gets it to Perry. Perry goes reverse, not there, and McCullough with a rebound. Gets it over to Monette.
That's going to be the story of the game. They have to get those rebounds. No second shots, or they're going to be a long night.
McCullough goes by the defender and puts it in for the first two.
Nice layup there. Used the rim to protect the ball and went to the opposite side and laid it in.
You immediately saw in that first possession that full court press that Bishop Stang's going to be bringing all game.
Nice ball movement there.
And a foul is called.
Who's that one on?
I believe that's going to be Cam McCullough, and that's his problem. He tends to get in foul trouble early.
Looks like it actually might be JC. I think that's what the ref was signaling 2-4. Or it could have been 2-3.
No, it is Cam McCullough.
It is McCullough, okay.
His first foul. That's the team's first. And you can hear the Dracut fans.
Yeah, you got the student section is very vocal down here today.
Yeah, they're excited.
It's actually kind of split. We got some to the right and some to the left.
Right.
But there's a good turnout for Dracut here tonight.
And it makes the second. That's the senior Eric Camacho, his first points of the game. So your score is 2-1. Dracut has the lead here early. 7 minutes left in the first. McCullough wants it again. Takes a 3, back rims. And we got a foul, holding foul.
Holding foul, number 3 was that?
Looks like Declan Markey there. He's the sophomore.
That's key because he's key to their offense.
He's been a good little spark plug there, Victor, for them over in the playoffs at least.
So he's consistent player other than their 2 lead stars.
McCullough's going to hold it again here.
They get it into Peters. He's doubled. Gets tapped away, but they keep control of it.
He's got to kick that one.
Monette for 10-footer, no good. And rebound comes away to the Spartans.
Lopes. Nice pass there to Camacho.
Trying to swing it around, it looks like here.
Oh, nice tap.
Torres taps it away.
Good
and
play
it's a turnover.
by Torres. And
it's a foul. Nice rebound there. Good on the floor.
First turnover of the game for both teams, and that was
Santiago on the floor to get that one.
And Santiago comes up with a nice steal there, Victor, as you said.
Yeah, they're both very hustling teams. They both go at you the whole game. So.
And then I didn't catch who that foul was on, so they got 2 fouls early, and that's good for Dracut.
Color at the top.
Santiago drives, gets it over to
nice pass inside.
Monette gets it in.
Monette. That was the Cam McCullough, very patient there on the coming down the lane, waiting for the guy to go up in the air, and then he laid it up as he was coming down.
So McCullough now with 4 points for the Middies.
McCullough's got all the points so far in this game.
He's been very key in this playoff run that they've been on.
Yeah, the senior leadership helps. Oh, nice drive. Oh, Euro step.
There he is, Perry.
Split the defense right there.
And that's Damian Perry. We spoke about him before the game, and he's the leading scorer for the Spartans.
Yeah, you got to shut him down. Let the other players beat you, but shut him down.
Santiago drives, throws up a prayer. It's not answered, and Peters gets the rebound.
He's trapped in the corner.
McCullough once again trying to drive.
Kicks it out.
To the freshman, Torres for 3, no good.
Nice
Peters
rebound.
with another rebound.
Peters brings it down, gets it turned over.
Peters already has 3 rebounds.
No, he keeps control of it to Santiago for 3. No good. Torres just watched it, let it go over his head.
Perry loses control.
On the floor.
Another turnover.
And
Jump ball, jump ball.
These hustle plays by Drake early have been key.
Yeah, if they can keep that up, they'll frustrate the Stang boys.
And another thing I'm noticing too, Drake is getting a lot of their own rebounds. They're just having trouble getting them in the net. So they can continue with getting those rebounds. That's going to be another big key to winning this game.
So substitutions coming in for Bishop Stang.
Yeah,
they get some height in there because Peters is killing him on the rebounds.
Yeah.
And he's been doing that all season.
He's strong, but he's been playing at the high school level for 3 years. So
they get it inside, and there's a foul.
Reach in foul there, wrap it around.
And that was Colin Johnson's first. He just checked into the ball game, replacing Camacho.
Colin Johnson, he's a freshman, so up against the senior Peters. Peters using that experience to get position on him and drew the foul there.
And I'm sure Johnson's got the butterflies as a freshman. And they call a traveling violation on Peters. That's the Middy's first turnover of the game.
Yeah, Draken was trying to take advantage of mismatch, but they came down and triple team Peters down there. He wasn't able to squeeze out of there to kick it back out.
And so now our score is 4-3, Drake. We got 4:48 left here in the first.
The atmosphere here, it's a big game field, isn't it, boys?
Yes, it is.
Nice drive there.
Indeed.
That's that game. If the shot's there when he drives, he'll take it. But if it's not, he's not afraid to dish it out.
Johnson lays it in from Perry with the assist. And the Spartans take the lead.
Pass.
Santiago from Torres.
That was a great find by McCullough, finding Santiago back door for the layup.
So Santiago with 2, McCullough with 4. And that's the 6 points for Drake. 3 is no good. Rebound goes to McCullough.
Oh, that was
Peters.
Peters.
Peters, sorry, yes.
And one thing do want to note too, there are 2 arcs. It's the inner arc, which we're the 3-point line for high school. The outer one is professional, so do want to note that.
Here goes Santiago over to Torres. He's wide open. He'll drive. It's knocked away. And we got a foul, looks like on Torres.
Yeah. It's tough to pass it once you leave your feet to get that pass off.
And Torres comes up with his first foul. And you can hear in the background the Drake band starting to play now. So Drake with a 1-point lead here in the first, 3:45 left. And Drake trying to keep this momentum that they've had going into the playoffs alive. 3-pointer comes from you-know-who, nobody else but Perry, and he's got 5 points.
He doesn't need a lot of room to get it off, that's for sure.
These guys can shoot threes, so Drake is going to have to keep him honest from that 3-point line. Torres gets it over to Santiago. He drives, looks like contact. No, nothing's called.
Yeah, no whistle there on the contact.
There he is again, Perry driving down the court.
Oh, my.
He dishes it over.
Nice
It's blocked by Peters.
Peters 5 rebounds in the first quarter.
That was a key rebound there. They had the shot down there low. They had a 2-on-1 down there.
Drake trails by 2. Tapped away, but they keep possession. Santiago drives. He's hit from the back. No call, but he puts it in.
Ties the game up at 8. And I believe we have a timeout being called, maybe, or subs?
No, popped it out of bounds. Inbound play. Drake knocked the ball out of bounds.
Yeah,
again.
Torres knocked it out, knocked it away. He turned around. Looks like he was going to run back, and quickly turned and knocked that ball out. And we've got another tie ball game. I forgot to bring my heart medication today, Victor.
Oh,
so I hope you brought some extra.
Oh, there's a turnover there.
Another turnover.
Finds the open man a little behind him.
He has to collect it. Torres drives, can't lay it in.
Got to get back on D.
And there go. I think you saw some nerves there, Victor.
Well, he got caught up in the trees down there.
Yeah, he did. Peters with a partial block. And it goes over to Santiago. He'll bring it up.
Yeah, you boys
What's the
definitely
trap there? What's the trap?
You boys will definitely need that heart medication today. This is most likely going to be a probably very close game.
McCullough driving, there it is.
McCullough for 2.
Nice cut there.
Drake takes the lead back now, 10-8 with 2 minutes left in the first.
Nice pass there, seeing them cut.
McCullough with a nice drive, with the contact as well, able to get it in.
Oh, nice find. Oh, nice
block by Santiago.
Wow.
And he is playing really well to start this first quarter.
JC got up there, too, to make that block. Got very high on that jump. Good block there by JC.
It was an interesting choice when they put him in the starting lineup tonight, but Coach Myers, I think he made a smart choice putting him in there.
Yeah, he usually for Isuvaradoka, and that's a charge called on Peters. Looked like a pretty good acting job to me.
Yeah, I was just about to... let's see this here on the replay. And
they got it on the Jumbotron.
Oh, are you kidding me? Wow. I didn't look.
He didn't really drop his shoulder, but he did. He was aggressive, and he did go to the basket.
It was aggressive, but as soon as he touched them, he jumped. He
jumped
as if.
He jumped right.
He might get an Oscar.
Hey, if it works again, we're in trouble.
Yeah. Savaradoka's checking in the game now.
Three-pointer block.
It gets the rebound.
And it looks like Monette was over the back there. Let's see what they call.
You got to get that first rebound. You give them second and third, they're going to get their shot.
It is on Mitchell Monette. That's his first. And that's the fourth foul on the middies.
Guys, this is so cool being up here, commentating from the Garden. This is amazing.
It really is. You can feel the atmosphere. A lot of people
really
here.
You really can.
And that is Camacho that checked back in the ball game and who's fouled, and he has his second point of the game. He's 2 for 3 from the line.
Stang is very disciplined from the line.
Yeah, and
so we got a tie ball game here with 1:19 left in the first quarter.
They get it ahead. Torres. He looks to drive. They got a 2-on-1. Dishes it down to Peters. Peters gets tied up, and they call a foul.
Yeah, reach in foul.
And I believe that's going to be on Joey Sylvia.
They could have called that one twice, but
it is Joey Sylvia. That's his first, team's fourth.
And you know, Will Peters is getting demolished by defenders under the net, but he's just hanging onto that ball and finding ways to dish it out or put it up there.
Yeah, he's chinning the ball, holding it in the right spot. So
actually, that was a big foul, Victor. That was Sylvia's second foul, and he has to come out of the game.
Yeah, that's huge. That's their point guard.
Definitely big.
He's a big part of their defense and how their defense is run here.
So let's see if Drake can go to work with him being out right now.
Fry is checked into the game for the first time. Torres for three for an NBA three. No good. They've got to be aware of where they are on the court. They can't stand behind that NBA three-point line.
Yeah, he's driving there. That's a nice move.
That three-point
Peters
line
couldn't finish that. Camacho comes up with the rebound. Another NBA three.
They're all
nice
trying
rebound,
to show off
McCullough.
The two arcs are definitely throwing them off a little bit.
Torres gets it. He drives, tries to get contact.
Peters with the rebound.
And lays it in.
Gets the putback.
Peters may only have 2 points, but he has 6 rebounds and 2 blocks in the first quarter.
And another rebound coming right there.
We need him in the game for his rebounding. It's looking like a walk there. Blocked.
It's tapped away over to McCullough. And Drake, it definitely has the momentum. You can tell right now that Drake, it's not afraid.
Nope, they're playing their game.
Farai for an NBA three.
No good.
Back rims it. That's the end of the first quarter.
End of the first quarter. Your score: Drake at Middies 12, Bishop Stang 10. Victor, what do you take out of that first quarter?
I don't think Drake could want anything more than that. Come up 12-10. They survived the first quarter. They no longer have the jitters. They're playing a game. They're playing their game. Their aggressive style of defense, and they're holding their own. A couple of those shots went down. Drake could have a little bit bigger lead in this quarter.
Sam, your thoughts?
I think definitely the 2 key players of that first quarter for Drake were Peters and McCullough. They both stepped up huge on Peters on the defensive end of the ball and McCullough on the offensive end. So that's really been the key, and that's why they hold the small lead right now.
Yeah, and I'd like to actually add one more player. I think J.C. Santiago's been playing a great quarter as well. He does have some great points, and he's been getting a lot of those rebounds and also getting a few blocks in there, and he's been moving the ball around very well. So J.C. Santiago, another good player that's been making this team up 12-10 right now this quarter.
Yeah, I think you're right. J.C. is like a surprise player. I don't think
they
Bishop
prepared
Stang
for
was
him.
ready for him. They don't know what to do with him, and he is disrupting their game plan.
And you can tell Drake, it's a strong team. The competition they face is a tough Merrimack Valley Conference. Has prepared them for this tournament. Definitely.
They play half their schedule is Division I schools. You know, your Central Catholics, your Lowells, your Lawrences, in there, Andovers, North Andover. Those are tough teams.
Bishop Stang is playing a lot of those Cape teams that are smaller towns.
Yep.
Right.
But they do have a tough schedule with Burke and Norton.
And what was the score at Burke, Victor? Do you remember that on their way here to in the South Final? I think they won by 9, I believe. Correct.
They won by 9, but they lost a tough game to them
early in the season
last year. And Burke went all the way, and this is kind of their revenge year on that, which they won the South.
And another block by the Middies. So the Middies
Playing good, getting good rebounds there.
The key has been Perry has not done much on the offensive end for this team.
Yeah, Draken stifled
Draken's
them.
been really stopping him there, especially on those drives, getting those blocks.
Torres has a hard time with it. Gets it over Zavarodoka. I thought he was going to drive, but he dishes it out to Monette, who's stripped. Turnover for the Middies.
Zavarodoka on the other end.
And he gets a foul.
Better to foul than to allow an easy layup.
Yeah, that was a good play by Zavarodoka.
It's a team foul 5.
5th team foul, his first.
You know, in that situation by Ferrari, you know, easily you try and foul him, hoping that he misses a basket here on the free throw.
Yeah, it kind of disrupts the rhythm a little bit.
It does.
And Perry gets his first. He's got 6 points now in the night. Draken only had 1 turnover in that first quarter, Victor, and now they have one here early in the second.
Yeah, I would have thought there'd be a lot more turnovers on both sides, but Draken's done very well.
And Perry makes the second. He's 2 for 2 on the night, and he's got 7 points.
Here comes the full court press by
that
Bishop
1-2-2
Stang.
trap that they're going to run. This is what Weston ran against them and had some success early on in the second half.
I think the width of the NBA court does help Draken because they can spread out a little bit more.
Yeah, wider court, definitely an advantage.
Open shot in the corner for Zavarodoka. They can't hit the threes tonight.
McCullough making that transition defense.
Nice back around the back drive there.
And that's Perry's. Perry now has 10 points on the night. 9 points.
Just as I mentioned that they were doing a good job shutting them down, 2 buckets in a row.
Torres can't make the layup.
And Peters there for the rebound again, the putback.
Oh.
Down on the floor, somebody down on the floor for Bishop Stang.
And that's number 3. That's Declan Markey. That's a big injury.
That's huge.
Yeah.
He's limping there. Looked like he turned his ankle a little bit.
Yeah.
Doesn't look too bad, though. He's a little gimpy, but it's recovered.
We've got a tie score. This is what Drake's MO has been, Victor, throughout these playoffs. They come out with a nice first quarter. They tend to relax a little bit in the second quarter, usually fall behind. They stay behind in the third, and then they come back in the fourth. Let's hope that I'd like to see them have a lead going into halftime for once. But we'll see what happens. We got a long way to go.
With Declan,
Indeed.
Declan, they run that high post pivot offense from them, so that may be key if Peters can stay out of foul trouble and use that height advantage.
And that's Rodriguez into the game.
Looks like Stang
Peters with another rebound.
That's
looks
a
like
7.
Stang is going to go small here. Oh, the little floater there. Got to be careful with that.
McCullough with a spin move. Gets it over to Peters. Back to McCullough, inside to Zavarodoka. Torres in the corner. He needs one, and he can't get it.
Peters, another rebound? Yes.
Right back up by
And he
Peters.
gets fouled from behind. No call.
Oh, it's these.
And Monette with a rebound, but he can't finish.
It's the finishes that the Draken's not getting. They're getting the rebounds, but they can't finish on them. That's what they've been struggling with this far.
Peters got caught down low under the basket, and he needed to step out.
That might have been a foul down underneath, too, as well.
You saw that play by Perry there when trying to save the ball from going out of bounds. So what he did was throw it off as Zavarodoka to prevent the ball to going the other way.
And we've got 5 minutes, 45 seconds here, 14-14.
Tight defensive game, which I expected.
This is advantage Drake. Drake wants a low-scoring game.
Oh, found him.
And one does not go.
So they're running that high post pivot offense there, right there. Usually they run that through Declan. So
Cam McCullough picks up his second foul. That's not good for the Middies.
Yeah, he's going to have to come out a little early in the second quarter.
And that's now 6 fouls on the Middies here with 5:35 left in the second.
The next foul on Drake will put the Spartans at the line for the 1-on-1.
Yeah.
And that's Damian Perry's. He's 3 for 3 now from the line.
Let's see if he can go 4 for 4.
And that gives him his 10th point of the game.
He does.
And now he has 11.
Puts Bishop Stang up by 2.
Those are big free throws. They hit their free throws. That's the difference between winning and losing the ball game.
Santiago
nice
ready to
move
check
by
back
Santiago.
Zavarodoka puts this basket in and ties the game up.
Tyler Guerrero now getting ready to check in with Santiago.
So Tyler Guerrero looking to check in to get his first action.
Most likely.
Perry drives again. It's all a one-man show.
Yeah, they got to stop him. He's their only offense right now.
You know, and they've been doing good with him in the first. They did good with him in the first quarter, getting a few blocks on him, but they need to continue that throughout this entire game because that's all he's going to do.
Monette?
No.
And he's got 13 points, says Perry.
Oh, good pump by Cam McCullough.
Cam McCullough now has 8 for the Middies. He leads all Middie scorers.
Yeah, you got the defense to commit up there in the air, waiting for him to come down, then put the layup in.
And we've got another tight ball game as we expected.
We've got a tie game, 18 up.
And that's going to be a turnover.
Yep, backcourt violation there.
That's the
Bad
4th
pass.
turnover for Bishop Stang.
That's unusual. We see that between Lopes and Perry not communicating well there. Playing together 4 years, you can usually read each other's mind without even talking or just look at somebody.
McCullough and Monette will sit down.
A rare sight to see Monette on the bench. He played all of last game for Drake-It.
And we've got 4 minutes, 25 seconds, so Coach Myers may be looking just to get him a few minutes rest.
Hey, both teams are playing hard on defense in there, so you need a little bit of a blow.
It takes a little bit more out of him.
Oh, no, it's that JC.
JC Santiago, they call that at 2. His foot was on the line, but he's got 6 points. Drake-It has the lead.
That was a nice shot there. Nice arc on that shot. Drake-It can hit some of those. That'll put a lot of pressure on Bishop Stang's.
20-18.
Gets his own rebound.
It's knocked away. Who does it go off of?
I think without Fry's foot.
Yep. That was exactly it. It bounced
The
off
Drake-It
of
fans
foot.
don't like that one, but it goes off of Drake-It's foot and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Spartans ball. So another tight one.
And Sam, I want to mention, you said Monette did not sit at all last game, and I'm pretty sure that he will probably be coming back in soon, along with probably staying in most of the game. It's going to be Perry on Bishop Stang.
Long 3, no good. Savaradoka with a rebound. He's on the run.
I think these players are trying to make their cases to play in the NBA.
Torres
with the NBA
loses it.
Yeah, I think Euro step there, gets blocked by Santiago.
And he's on the run, 3 on 2.
Bounce pass, oh, nice.
Savaradoka can't handle it, and it goes out of bounds to the Middies.
Oh, nice play there, nice defense there. Look at JC with the block right there, boom.
Quick defense turning into offense. And
so the Spartans have 5 turnovers. Drake-It has 3. That's much better than the last game. They had 9 in the first period against Weston, and they're handling the ball much better today.
Yeah, a little bit more prepared for the press. Peters down low.
He wants it, but he gets partially blocked. Again, partially blocked.
No foul call on either time he went
They can't let him walk by you. He's going to go all the way.
Tries to draw foul, nothing there. And Savaradoka playing aggressively and gets a rebound.
He's got to slow down, get down there, kick it. There it is.
Santiago wants the 3. He passes it up for a jump shot. 12-footer, no good. Rebound goes over to the Spartans. They're on the run. Drake-It does not want to play this style of game. Savaradoka with a strip, but he's get called for the foul, and that's going to be a 1-and-1.
Bumped him, and they go to the line.
And that's 2 on Savaradoka. He's going to have to check out.
We got 2:48 left in the first half. Definitely a defensive first couple of quarters.
Tight game.
And that was expected coming in.
You know, you can't get a blowout win. It's just a heartbreak after heartbreak after heartbreak for some of these teams that have been playing Drake-It. All tight games.
Sylvia with a miss.
With that 1-and-1, if you miss the first, you don't get the second basket.
And we have 2 minutes, 40 seconds left here in the second. Drake-It with a 2-point lead.
Oh, Fry.
Fry wants a long 3. Oh. No good. He's got to move in. He's got to take one more dribble in, I think.
Guerrero needed to step back on that. He might have got that rebound.
That arc really throwing him off.
Starting off both teams.
Nice find down low. A little backdoor.
Beautiful play by Bishop Stang there.
And that's Rodriguez, his first point of the game, Isaiah Rodriguez for the Spartans.
Senior, he knows how to be calm down there.
Monette getting ready to check back in as well.
20-20 is your score. 2 minutes, 5 seconds left in the first half. Turnover by Savaradoka.
Savaradoka's got to get back on D and help.
He's going to have to come out of this game here. He looks a little winded. And another foul.
Yeah, you can't give up second and third shots. Can't give up those rebounds.
Let's see who this one's on. Looks like Will Peters, and that's his second.
That's not good. He might have to come out.
This game's been very fast tempo from the get-go.
And guess who's at the line again? Damian Perry. He's 4 for 4 from the line tonight.
He's got a couple of rebounds down low.
And he misses the first. Good foul.
McCullough coming in along with Monette. They both got a nice blowout there. They're both aggressive on defense, so that's going to speed up Drake's game a little bit.
So Perry, the huge, without him, this would be a blowout. He has 13 of the 20 points for Bishop Stang. Make that 14 out of the 21.
Yep, that's where the offense comes from.
And Drake has a 1-point deficit. Seeing if they can take the lead before halftime. Torres gets it over to Santiago. You got to be careful with those.
I always say don't pass over the paint, and that was
Santiago. Oh, what a move!
He had the run-up bank shot.
Santiago coming up huge today. 8 points for him, 8 for McCullough.
Nice fine bounce pass.
Oh, good block by Guerrero.
Guerrero comes up with a big block. Big play there. 1:21 left.
That was a nice block there. He waited for him to expose the ball and tapped it out of bounds.
We got a timeout for Drake at first timeout of the game, called by Coach Myers. He's got a 1-point lead. And what do you think he's going to talk about here, Victor?
Well, it's about boxing out, getting the rebounds. You can't give Bishop Stang second and third shots. They get third shots, they're going up, they're going to draw fouls.
And who can play Perry? I don't know who can play him. Torres has been, historically throughout the season, Torres, the freshman, has been the defensive player. He got an early foul, and he seems to be a little tentative tonight.
Yeah, he is, definitely. I mean, the other thing Stang does, they run that high post pivot offense, so when point guard drives down the right side of the lane, you got the power forward back door.
And it's open every time. It's been open.
So when the big guy comes up to help out on defense, you need somebody from the outside to come down and cut off that passing lane because they've been bouncing it down there. And they could have a lot more shots if not for some of those blocks that we've had down there.
And coming in, Perry's averaged 22.6 points during the regular season, 20 in the playoffs, and he's definitely looks like tonight he's going to score well above that. Lopez is the one that's really
he's been quiet.
He's been quiet. No points on the board. He averages 14 points during the regular season, 16 in the playoffs. And Markey, as you stated earlier, Victor, he steps up big in the playoffs. He averaging nearly 10, and he's not yet to score.
No, he's down at the end of the bench. He rolled his ankle there early in the second quarter.
And there he goes again. Perry drives the lane, another 2.
And he's still down there cheering on the team, but he's sitting with the trainer right at this moment.
Yeah, definitely keep an eye on him.
So we got 1 minute left. 1 minute left in this first half. Drake trails by 1. 23-22.
Drake spreading out the offense.
You can't get confused with these two arcs. This team's been taking too many NBA attempt three-pointers.
McCullough passes it out.
Oh, a good move by Santiago.
Too many threes tonight, though, I think, for the middies. If they're not falling, you got to go inside.
Yeah, they're taking them out. I think that double line's throwing him off.
Yep, Perry with a shot, no good.
Yeah, he threw one up quick. He was hoping to draw the foul, I think, on that one.
He was going for a 2
there
for
he
1.
Goes. Nice rebound. Oh!
Guerrero with a rebound. And one! Tyler Guerrero with a huge rebound and a huge basket.
He felt the contact. He just threw it up to draw the foul, but it dropped, and he's going for the old-fashioned three-point play here.
Wow.
NBA highlight reel right there.
Sure is. Guerrero, that's his first hoop of the game.
That's a big one. Big rebound, big hoop.
And gives Drake the lead.
Looking to convert
Last
here.
game, he came up with a couple big plays late.
27.5 seconds. Drake could go up by 2 if he makes this one. He misses. And now, let's see if Bishop Stang holds it for 1 shot.
Wide open corner.
Take a 3.
Camacho with the rebound.
And gets it back to Perry up top. Now they'll hold for 1 shot. 10 seconds left.
He's going to try to pull up the 3. They're isolating him. Watch back door, number 5, back door, getting that pass.
Perry left wide open.
It hits the 3.
You cannot leave him wide open.
So Perry ends this half with a 3-point shot, and that gives Bishop Stang a lead at halftime, 26-24. Let's go through the scoring quickly. For Drake at High School, Farai Suvaradoka has 2 personal fouls and 2 points. Mitchell Monette has 1 personal, and he is yet to score. Tyler Guerrero with that big rebound and basket has 2 and no fouls. Cam McCullough has 2 personals, 8 points. Santiago has no fouls but 8 points. Torres with that one early foul hasn't been yet to get on the scoreboard. And Peters has 2 big fouls and 4 points. For Bishop Stang, as we talked about, Camacho, number 24, the senior, has 3 for 4 from the line. He's got 3 points. Colin Johnson, the freshman off the bench, the tall kid, has 2. Isaiah Rodriguez has 2 on that backdoor cut. And Damian Perry has the rest, and I have to count them up quick. There's so many points on here. Can't count them all up. Let's see, 5, 6, 7, 10, 13, and 6 is 19 points for Damian Perry in the first half alone.
Yeah, that's no surprise there. You know, all-time leading scorer there. All their offenses coming through. So I think with Mackey out, it's a different game. They're depending on Perry more. So Draken may make some adjustments at halftime on defense a little bit.
And Spartans are pulling out the secret weapon. They have their mascot, the Spartan, coming down on the court. I don't know if Mike can get a shot of him, but he's doing a little dance there, bringing out the secret weapon.
Trying to rile up the student section.
So, Sam, your takeaways from this first half?
Well, we had some players who we didn't expect to really step up as much as they did step up in the first half. You saw a lot of Will. You saw a lot of Santiago, who was really the surprise in the first half. I think we need to see more out of Monette. We need to see more out of Torres in the second half. I think that's really a key.
And Zach, what do you have for us?
You know, I feel like it was a great first half. You know, that last 3 by Perry was a little dagger there. But overall, I think Drake has been keeping up against this very strong Bishop Stang team, getting a lot of rebounds, being strong defensive and offensive. And if they can carry that over into the second half, I think they'll be golden.
And I think you all make good points. This low-scoring game is definitely advantage Drake.
Definitely.
Well, stay with us. We're going to be right back after a short break here for halftime. Join us. We'll be right back. Drake trails 26-24. All right, folks, welcome back to Game Action here. I'm Gordy Scott with you courtside here. Middies and the Spartans. We've got a good one again. Once again, the Middies in a heart attack-like game, and I'm going to have to start calling these guys the cardiac kids.
Cardiac kids. Well, they like that style game. It comes down to the end of the game. Who executes it at the end of the game? Drake's in very good shape. They press the whole game, so at the end, if the other team's legs are tired, their shots don't go down. Drake's in good shape. Their shots drop. That's the difference.
Victor, we came in early before this game started, and we saw a great game, St. Mary's and
Archbishop Williams.
Yeah, that was a great game. Came down to a last-second 3.
Last-second 3 hit by St. Mary's of Lynn. Actually, Drake beat St. Mary's in the semifinals.
Yes, they did. Number 1 team in the Division 3.
In the boys' side, so that both sides of that program doing very well.
My point was, though, is there was I would say a decent-sized crowd for the girls' game, but this is a much bigger crowd, yeah. I would have to say, on both sides. I'm looking down right below us here, and we've got a lot of Middies fans. It's pretty much on all sections here. We've got the band and the cheerleaders are down courtside. That must be a great experience for the cheerleaders as well.
Fan sections on both sides of the court.
I feel like it's a great experience for everyone in attendance tonight, guys, and also seeing a great game.
Yeah, the student section of Drake, as you said, they kind of split on both sides near the basket. Drake there bringing the ball out second half.
Here we go, we're underway.
McCullough looks for a 3, not there. Gets it over to Monette, who checks back in. And gets it over to Peters. Uh-oh, that's going to be a turnover.
Backcourt violation. A little miscommunication there on the back.
So Drake had 4 turnovers in the first half. That's their first of the second.
Both teams, let's see what they do for adjustments on defense and offense coming out of the second half.
And that's a bad start for the Middies. They don't want to start with a turnover, but they did. And there's a little bumping over there with Monette and Perry.
If you had to bump him a little bit, that's what you have to do. Whatever you can
do
to get in his head.
There he is. He's back off the bench. Markey,
who was hurt there.
He was out in the first half, turned ankle. Looks like they got it taped up, and that's his shot right there.
Those mid-range jumpers.
Top of the key. That's like a free throw for him.
McCullough, another missed 3. Drake has got to get the ball inside. They're taking too many outside shots. When they're not falling, you got to drive.
There it is.
Just like that. Peters can't finish on the rebound.
And good to try to attempt to get a steal by Santiago.
Got to stay in front of the defender.
Oh, wide open. There it is. Oh.
Basket's no good.
Got to get position underneath.
Got to grab those rebounds, not snap. Oh, Camacho with the drive.
Will going
balance.
straight up with him.
Peters with a block. Goes over to Monette. Monette brings it up. Gets it over to McCullough. Monette with a deep three. It's good! His first basket, and it's a big one. William Peters, that's Mitchell Monette's first three of the game, first basket.
Yeah, we need that little drive there. Camacho turning the ball over. Out of bounds. Out of bounds on the Stang.
And that's a turnover. That's the 6th for them. Drackett's got 5 turnovers.
It's a couple of turnovers right in a row there for Bishop Stang.
And Bishop Stang was 6, so it's pretty close on the turnover battle.
Yep.
Drackett now with a 1-point deficit, 28-27. And let's see what the middies want to set up here. They're playing a 2-3 zone.
Key to that is you got to drive down the middle. Tough shot.
Another three is good. Monette on
Monette's
fire.
starting to feel it now. Drackett takes the lead, 30-28.
He now has 6, and the Drackett middies have a 2-point lead, 30-28. 5 minutes, 50 seconds.
Camacho driving.
And that's how you come out of the second half. All fire still in.
Oh, that's a gift right there.
No.
That's McCullough's third.
That's a gift right there.
Is that Peters or McCullough? I believe that's Peters.
It was McCullough.
Cam McCullough, that's his 3rd foul, and he's going to check out of the ball game. Guerrero's going to replace him.
That's a loss up on top there. He's pretty aggressive on it high, but he's also aggressive in getting rebounds. That's Declan Markey who
misses his first.
Turned his corner, but you can see how he's very polished coming down the lane there. They drive, they kick it out to him, driving down the lane, and he puts them back.
And misses the second.
Oh, giving up the rebounds here.
But they gave up the rebound.
That's a
A
three-pointer.
deep three, no good air ball.
No box out there on Camacho.
And they get it out to Sylvia. Sylvia looking to drive. Nothing there.
It's a
Travel, another turnover. And you can see Markey's limping.
Yeah, he's a little bit out of his element right here. He's a little frustrated.
Yeah,
he's coming out.
And the coach is going to take him out.
You can tell he's not feeling good. His ankle's hurting him, and he's a little frustrated.
And Rodriguez checks back in.
And I think Bishop Stang really wanted him to not have to feel that pain and really wants him in there. And you can just clearly tell that he is still in some pain, and he is not playing like himself right now.
So we're down to 5:20 here in the 3rd. Game going pretty quickly. It's moving right along.
It really is.
And here's Santiago with a pull-up.
Nice pull-up, mid-range. Nice shot.
Santiago with 10 points now leads all midi scores.
Look at Monette trying to play that defense on Perry, whatever you can do to stop him.
Gets it over. Oh, it's blocked. Oh, and that's going to be the 3rd now on Will Peters.
Is that on Peters, or was that a...
It was Will, and Will was frustrated with that. He's like, yeah.
It is on Will Peters. That's his 3rd. What is Coach Myers going to do here with 4:57 in the 3rd?
I think Peters knows he can't foul now, so you're going to see him putting his arms up. But
tough decision. He's going to replace him. Robichaud is going to see his first action of the playoffs.
we got to weather the storm here.
Camacho now 4 out of 5. He can make his free throws.
Now, Camacho has some nice moves there down in the low post there. He can put it up, but he can also dribble a little bit. So it's a tough matchup there.
Coach going deeper in the bench than you normally see.
Camacho misses the second. We got a foul on Rodriguez.
Yeah, Rodrigo pushed off on that.
Extended the arm. You can push a little bit, but you can't extend that arm.
Yeah, he extended out a little too much.
Looks like Bishop Stang.
And they're putting a full court. Here comes your full court press, Victor, as you predicted.
Yeah. Oh, it's a hold.
And that's going to be a hold on Sylvia. That's going to be his 3rd if that's on him.
A little bit of frustration starting to come out.
Here we go.
They get it over to Robichaud, who checked in for Peters. Robichaud is definitely going to feel some nerves here, I would have to believe.
Oh, for sure. Not to mention it's his first playoff game appearance, and it's coming here at TD
what's
Garden,
the sweep?
so.
What's the sweep? Robichaud getting it down low.
And he's
Guerrero.
a sophomore. Guerrero gets it tipped away.
Argue
be
there
Mitty's
was a foul
ball.
call there.
So they're going to have to weather the storm, as you said, Victor, with a 3-point lead, 4:36. With 3 fouls, you can bring those guys back in the 4th quarter because you've got 2 fouls still to get. But It's going to be tough.
No,
nice
what a
play. And again, it's Santiago. He now has 12. He leads all scorers for Dracut.
That was Rhino coming right down the middle.
Dracut extends the lead now to 5:34-29, 4 minutes, 22 seconds.
You got to stay on number one. You got him too much space.
Oh, Torres with a tip away.
The foul.
And he
Nice
gets
foul.
fouled.
Torres, the freshman there, causing the turnover and drawing the foul.
Over the course of the season, he was known for his defense and ability to get those steals. He pokes the ball loose there and then draws the foul.
Now, he's not high in stature, but he's got the leaps.
I didn't see who that foul was on.
That was on, I believe that was on Perry. On Lopes, that was Lopes, I'm sorry.
Lopes, that's his first. Backing
Tyler.
down, oh, and it's stripped.
You got to kick that out when the double team comes.
And that's Camacho finishing it. He now has 6 points on the game. He's starting to add the points up as well. Perry, him and Perry are the only scorers really here for the Spartans. 10-second backcourt violation.
That's just
Mental mistake there by Monette.
Yeah.
And that's another turnover for the Middies. That's the third of this period in the 7th of the game.
Seniors should be aware of the 10-second clock on that.
So your score is 34-31, 3 minutes, 45 seconds here in the third. Having Peters and...
There's that pass down the lane. That's their game.
You can't leave the paint open.
Nope, somebody's got to come. Somebody on top has to come down in that passing lane when he breaks.
Camacho now has 8. So it was Perry. Now Camacho's taking over the scoring.
Well, with Peters out of there, there's nobody blocking the middle.
And McCullough's not in there either.
Robichaux for 3. No good. And here comes the Spartans. Trailing by 1.
Camacho.
Robichaux with a good play. Straight up. And Monette's got to get it across now.
Yeah, Robichaux disrupted that play.
Oh, he tried
Santiago
to
trying to get a little fancy and he gets it stolen. Another turnover for the Middies. That's 8 now of the game.
Yeah, you can't too much dribbling in traffic.
Perry just goes right by and lays it in.
I think we need a timeout here.
Yeah, 21 points now for Perry.
No, I don't think it was Perry who scored that one. I'm pretty sure that was number
that
5.
that was Sylvia. And now the Spartans have a 1-point lead. You can see the difference when Peters isn't on the court.
Block and foul. It's a block and foul on Sylvia. Is that his 4th?
I think that's his 4th.
Yeah, he's going to come out.
That's big. He's a big part of their defense, as I mentioned earlier.
Yeah, he's got a lot of energy out there and really drives the pace of the game.
And now checking in for the Spartans is a player that hasn't seen any action, the junior Marcus Raposa. And he'll play against Torres. Torres blows right by him. Can't finish the layup.
Torres got to get back on D there.
He's having a rough time tonight.
Yeah, tonight's not his night. Robichaux steps in. Straight up.
Block and foul on Robichaux.
That's going to be Guerrero.
Oh, is it Guerrero?
Now, Zach, do you think the nerves are getting to Torres a little bit?
I don't think it's really his nerves. He seems pretty confident with the ball. I just don't think the shot's really going his way.
Just got to keep shooting. Eventually, they drop.
And that's Guerrero's first, so no, he's not in foul trouble. Santiago tips it away. Here he comes. They get it to the corner for 3. It's good.
Yeah, we got to get a timeout here, guys.
Big shot by Rodriguez. He now has 5.
Bishop saying now at 4. We were up by 5, now 4. You're probably going to get a timeout and try and get Peters and or McCullough back in this game.
And here's Monette. He's double teamed. And he turns it over. That's 5 turnovers from this quarter alone. And it's fouled by Robichaux. Robichaux wants to travel, but he's not going to get it.
Yeah, he needs a timeout.
Indeed.
Absolutely. 9-0 run here.
At what point does Myers go back to the starters and just say, I gotta roll the dice?
Yeah, well, if it waits too long, it'll be too late.
It's already a 4-point lead now. A chance to make it a 6-point lead.
It's a big swing right there. What's that, 10-point hit?
And there he goes. He's bringing him in. Peters and McCullough is going to check back in. I don't think he has a choice, Victor.
Yeah, I think hindsight's 20/20, but you can't live with both of them out. One of them's got to be in the game at all times.
And Raposa makes his first.
And that was really when they went on that 9-0 run, was without McCullough and Peters on the court.
Yeah, you got 2 seniors out there. Peters gives you that rebounding low low post game, and McCullough is good on top, but he also crashes the board and gets some rebounds as well.
So we got 1:43 left in the third. 40-34. The Spartans have the lead.
Monette
Looks to drive. He goes by the defenders, fouled, and they say no basket.
What?
It's on the floor.
They call a reach in before he can put the bucket in.
Coach Myers doesn't like it.
NBA, they would call that a shot.
Continuation, but no continuation.
Not at the high school level.
Here's McCullough. McCullough can go by that defender, but he doesn't want to. He's double teamed. Gets it over to Torres. He needs one badly.
I think that might
He doesn't get it. McCullough can't afford a foul.
Well, this is a turnover right there.
Turnover. McCullough gets whacked, and they don't call anything. He gets a rebound.
And one for Santiago. Big shot to put the momentum back in their direction, hopefully.
Santiago with a rebound, and he gets another basket. He now has 14 points. Santiago with the biggest game of his career.
Yeah, that's huge.
And we
Huge
mentioned
rebound.
the fact that the seniors are coming back in the game. You immediately noticed a difference with this team as soon as McCullough came back in the game.
The leadership's back out there, but they can withstand the press and the calmness of the
Comes
game.
up short there on the free throw.
We got 40-36 game, 4-point game.
1:05 left here in the third. 4 points, still well
Watch
within
that back
reach.
door down there in the corner. There you go.
This is not unfamiliar territory for Drake. It being down late in the third quarter, they actually, I think they might enjoy this.
Yep, they tend to thrive when they're.
Oh, tough foul.
Oh, and that's Peters' fourth.
That is huge.
This is going to be a tough decision here. Do you keep Peters in with one
You got to
more
take him
foul?
out. You got to take him
You
out.
really do. But you got to keep McCullough in.
Absolutely.
Yeah, McCullough has
McCullough
to stay.
has to stay in.
Yeah.
That's a must.
So Peters has 4 fouls. He's gonna check out. Guerrero's gonna come back in.
A lot of playing time from Guerrero here tonight due to
And
the foul trouble.
Smart coaching there by the Bishop Stang coach. Go right at the guys with the foul trouble.
Yes.
And Lopez has his first point of the game, Victor. First point of the game for Lopez.
Well, driving the ball.
And misses the
Over the
second.
back. Drake it ball.
And Lopez misses the second. But Bishop Stang with a lead now, 41-36. Biggest lead of the game for the Spartans. And we're down to 48 seconds here in the third.
The thing is here now, do you go for 2 for 1?
They cause a lot of havoc with that defense. We talked about that in pregame, and you can see that now. Once we don't have a ball handler, they cause problems. Guerrero can't finish the layup.
That's one he's probably going to
Step
want
out
back.
of bounds. Nope.
And they get the ball over to Perry. Perry gets it across half court.
There is corner wide open. You can't leave him wide open.
Lopez misses.
Oh, that was over
looks,
the back.
looks like it, but Guerrero
Like
comes up with a
Guerrero.
steal, and that's Bishop Stang's 5th turnover of this half.
Reach-in foul there. That was a bad foul. On who was that on?
Monette gets into a little scruff with Camacho. The ref called the foul. I don't think Monette heard the whistle. He kept going and ran over Camacho. They had some words for each other. Now the refs break it up. Let's see what they're going to do here. They're going to talk it over. And they're going to call another foul. Double foul.
So that'll send Monette to the free throw line, it seems.
1-on-1?
And the referee can see there he's talking to Monette at the free throw line. Monette's a tough kid. He's not going to take any of that.
Yeah, I just think he just didn't hear the whistle, and
Yeah,
he was just playing. He was just continuing play.
And now we're in a 1-on-1, so Drakett's going to be shooting a 1-on-1 here. These are big free throws from Monette.
Yeah, we got to hit all our free throws here on out to have a chance in this game.
And bounces out. Rebound goes to Santiago. Santiago gets it out. Monette wants a 3. He's got a good look.
Long.
It's a little long, and Guerrero just over his fingertips.
Oh.
Oh, and they're cherry picking. Camacho cherry picks and gets a shot. He now has 10. And the lead's up to 7. Timeout, Drakeit.
That's a huge
Well, that's the end of the
4-point
third
swing
quarter
right there.
Wow.
That's a 4-point swing right there. You missed that free throw, and then they get the basket the other way.
And Bishop Stang, the coaching there is just tremendous. I think the coach called that on purpose, said just send Camacho down the court, let's see what happens. We might get a breakaway, and that's a huge bucket for Bishop Stang, now up by 7. Drake is trailed before in the playoffs as much as 8 points against St. Mary's, and they were able to turn that around. However, those 8 points were in this first half, not in the late in the third.
Yeah, we got 7 points. It can definitely come back. You do notice when Peters isn't in there, getting those rebounds down low is a huge thing. He was getting some putback shots in there, getting those rebounds.
So now in the fourth quarter, 7-point deficit for Drake. They need a little rest. And without Peter, they're going to bring Peters back in with 4 fouls. I guess what are you gonna do? This is it. If you lose, you go home. So let's get him in there and let's see what he does.
Will Peters has to be very careful to try and not foul.
And you know what?
He's done.
You know what Bishop Stang's going to do? They're going to go right at Peters.
Exactly. That's exactly what they're going to do. They've noticed from the get-go, right in that first quarter, how good he was getting that rebounds and all that. So they're definitely going to make sure they try and pressure him to get that last foul to foul out.
They got Camacho on him.
This is going to be the biggest 8 minutes of this Drake team all season.
They're going to put the ball right in Camacho's hand here. What? Oh, there they go. They ran the picket fence, Gordy.
Yeah, they did. Picket fence right for Perry, and he's got another 2. He now has 21 on the night.
McCullough driving.
Now they're forcing it. Little desperation now coming from Drake.
You can't get desperate this early in the fourth.
Oh, my.
If he makes that one, it's a dagger. Misses. Peters with a rebound. Monette will bring it up. They desperately need a basket here. The momentum can change quickly, as we've seen in the last 3 games. Here's Torres. He needs to warm up. We need some points from Torres if we're going to get back in this game. They set the screen for him. He drives outside to Santiago. No good. The 3-point shots will not fall tonight, and that's been the difference in this ball game.
Yeah, the difference down there, that ball went up. You had a couple of Bishop Stang players in there boxing out for that rebound. There's no second shots for Drake when they shoot long.
And at this point, too, you got to realize that Drake is not hitting these threes. They got to try and catch up to this Stang team now down 9. They can't risk taking these big 3 shots.
Here comes Monette. Goes by a defender, spins, gets it over to McCullough. He'll drive, lays finger rolls, good. McCullough, that's a big basket. He now has 10.
Absolutely.
Cuts the lead to 7, and we'll have a timeout. 6 minutes, 28 seconds remain in this ball game. Drake trails by 7. Victor, what do the Middies have to do to win this ball game?
Well, this is 6:28. Play your tough defense and just get your points. Don't try to win it all in one shot. Chip away at that lead until you get down to a minute and 2 left, and then you can start firing if you're behind. But right now, just chip away at the lead.
And Sam, we've seen comebacks before. It's a little different. The game was a little closer within 2 or 4 points. Now it's 7. What are your thoughts?
Well, they were taking early on too many NBA-style 3-point shots, and they've been really not been able to hit the 3. So maybe you go for more of an inside-style game. That seems to be working a lot better than the outside shots.
And my main thing is, too, is just try and stay out of the foul trouble. And if you can, get into these Bishop Stang players' head. Try and make them foul you. Get in their heads. Try and make them to make the mistakes. And the main thing, like Sam said, the 3-pointers, if they're not going, take the 2. Maybe get the foul, try for the 3-point play, go to the free throw line. But, down 7, 6:28 to go. Drake can still win this game. And it's going to be a really, really great last 6:28 to go in this game.
We've seen stranger things happen. These are the cardiac kids, after all.
Drake running a press here.
Going full court man.
Oh, you got a...
And the Spartans look like they want to slow it down. Camacho gets it. Gets it out to
Peters
Rodriguez.
With the rebound.
No good. Here comes
Monette.
Monette
Nice kick.
dishes it over to Santiago with 2, and here we go.
Defense starts the game.
16 points for Santiago.
Trap. Oh, we got the steal by Drake. Drake with the steal on the full court press.
I don't know how
giving Bishop Stang a little taste of their own medicine.
But I don't know how you not call a foul on that. He was all over his back. He dragged him down to almost to the floor.
Yeah, Bishop Stang guy was falling out of bounds, and he pulled McCullough down with him. But they called Bishop Stang out of bounds before the
Now we got a whistle.
On the floor.
Double foul, it looks like.
McCullough and Camacho. Camacho's trying to get McCullough out of the game.
Yeah, McCullough can't be doing that. Now he's got 4, it looks like.
They call a double foul on Camacho. And Camacho, that's only his first foul, so he doesn't really care.
No.
And that puts 4th on Cam.
That's just strategy on Bishop Stang. Look
Oh,
at
look at that flop. Another Emmy right there.
They're just trying to draw fouls.
They really are.
Nice spin move.
Mitchell
Oh,
Allen!
and count the basket.
What a series of events for
Monet
Drake.
driving down the lane, going for an old-fashioned three-point play. Exactly what we talked about. Drive the lane, frustrate them, and chip away at the lead.
And guys, it's a 1-possession game now.
That spin move is indefensible, Victor.
Yeah, not unless you got a lot of help down low.
And if he makes this shot, we'll be down by 2. He misses. But Monette has 8 points. We trail by 3. Now it's manageable with 5 minutes, 40 seconds left in the game.
Continue playing your D.
Watch your heart rate, boys. It's going to skyrocket in these last 5.
And now the Drake student section calling for defense. Farai Suvarudoka had a chance.
He had a chance, but Camacho had the height on and was able to get that ball.
And Camacho's coming up big in the second half. 8 points in the second half. He's got 12 now total. There goes Santiago, drives the baseline
Nice
and puts
job.
it in.
Turned his body nicely. If the guy played defense on him, he was going to foul him.
Santiago with 18 points. He's unstoppable.
Absolutely. What a game for him.
3 points, 47,
Somebody's
44.
got to get out on
4:54 remain.
Camacho driving. Kicks it out. Long 3.
No good. Neither team can make threes tonight. Here comes Farai Suvarudoka. Drives, finger
No
roll, no
foul.
good. We
For the
needed
rebound.
that basket.
That was a big miss there by Farai. He definitely wants that one back.
And
Oh.
Sylvia drives the lane, and he's fouled by
McCullough.
Santiago, I believe.
I believe it was McCullough.
No, it was on Santiago.
Okay,
because
good. No.
McCullough would have been out of the game.
I thought he only had 3. I think it might be on McCullough.
So Santiago, his first.
Nope, it is Santiago.
And Sylvia makes his first. He's got 3 points now. He's 1 for 2 from the line. Misses. He had a 1-and-1 in the first half. He missed.
And you got to expect, as long as there's no more fouls by Drake coming up, you're most likely going to see these rest of the 5 guys for this last 4:30.
Missed the second. 48-44. Drake trails. 4 minutes, 23 seconds here in the game. Still lots of time. They can score here. Peters wants it. They get it to him. He spins, lays it in.
play. Use the
Peters
body.
called for it. Peters answered.
And now the lead is 2. I can't sit anymore. I got to stand up, boys.
I've been standing for the last 5 minutes of this game.
Tough play. Oh, wide open.
Oh, and Drake falls asleep on defense, but he missed it.
And he missed the bunny.
Wow.
That's a big break for Drake.
48,
is
46. Drake
Timeout, Drake it.
down 2 points, but they have the ball with a chance to tie.
Wow.
3:56 left.
I can't take, Victor, I can't, I have to go. I
And
can't,
they went down 7 points just 2 minutes ago.
I can't take this.
The Drake crowd now also getting fired up, trying to fire up their boys. And the band also getting in on the action along with the cheerleaders. It's going to be a great one.
I can tell you this. One thing I do know is if Drake ends up winning this game, this roof is going to explode.
Absolutely.
The whole student section's out standing up right
And you
now.
know, they were the underdog coming in too, so
They've been the underdog all
for a
season.
while. Coming from 1-19 and now playing in the Garden is just unbelievable. And how good they've been playing this entire game against an extraordinarily talented Bishop Stang team. Just phenomenal by Drake.
And another story that's been in the second half, Perry only has 2 points.
Yeah,
Camacho, Camacho stepped up. He's got 12. And who would have guessed Santiago with 18 points leads
Santiago is the story of the game.
Oh, my Lord.
Both on defense and on offense.
If Drake can come away with this, Santiago would absolutely have to be the MVP of this ball game.
No matter who comes out with this game, what an effort by both teams.
Absolutely.
Indeed, Sam.
3 minutes, 50 seconds. Drake trails by 2. You can hear the noise level has just increased. The decibels went from about 10 to 40 in the last few minutes.
I feel like it's a Celtic game right now. It's so loud in here.
Oh, Torres with a great move.
Torres finally gets the drop. We got a tie ball game.
Torres with his first basket ties the ball game at 48.
Cheerleaders hyping up the team right now.
Are you kidding me?
And that's going to be Cam McCullough's 5th foul with 3 minutes and 15 seconds.
Oh, my.
Cam McCullough, 5th foul. He'll leave the game with 10 points, 10 total points.
That's huge. 3:15 left in the game.
But his presence on the court is going to be missed.
Yeah, leadership, passing ability.
And they're going to go with a 3-guard set instead of going with Guerrero for the 4.
Wait, there's confusion here. Is McCullough out because he's still on the? Okay, no. Okay. That's a big loss, but still in this game, guys. Still in this game.
3:15.
Is this the one-on-one?
2 shots now. And that's made by Isaiah Rodriguez. He now has 6 points. He's a senior for the Spartans, and they now lead by 1. If he makes this, they'll lead by 2. He misses to the right, and Santiago.
Watch out.
And here comes Monette. We're down to 3 minutes, 8 seconds.
And you wonder if not having as much size is going to either hurt or help this Drake Team.
Oh, what a give and go. Let's go. Peters is fouled by Perry.
Fry driving the lane, found Peters.
And Drake has the lead.
Let's go.
Go for the old-fashioned three-point play here.
And
line for one more.
Peters with his 8th point of the game.
Drake gets up 50-49, 3 minutes left.
Will Peters.
Exactly 3 minutes left. Peters can extend the lead to 2. He can't make it.
Wait, what do we have?
We got a foul on Bishop Stang. Push Santiago in the back. And that's going to be on Camacho.
Or is it another free throw attempt? Another free throw attempt?
Or did he call he's in the lane too early?
I think he might have been, yeah. Because Will Peters is going back to the line to shoot again. Oh, my.
Free throw violation on the Spartans, so Peters will get another chance. He needs to make this one. This is a big free throw.
Make him pay for this mistake. Here it is.
Yeah! Peters with 9 points. Timeout, Drake it.
Up 51-49 with 2:59 left in the game.
Holy moly.
So they've made an 8-point swing in 3 minutes.
Good Lord.
Wow.
Another one of these. Mike Dobbs is on the camera. Mike always does a great job here for Drake at Access TV.
Down here, lugging all the equipment down here from Drake at Access, all the way up into the balcony area to get the angles for the game.
And this is just, guys, I'm speechless. You guys are going to have to take over. I just don't know what to say at this point.
We've been in so many of these kind of games at this point.
You know, this being my first basketball game, I guess I'm in for a treat here. This is exciting as it is. You know, calling hockey for the last 4 years and then coming here to the Garden and commentate basketball. This is very exciting.
Nothing more exciting is an overtime hockey game.
Oh my! You don't even know. You don't. I'm literally dying commentating. It's awful. Imagine my heart right then.
Here we go, folks. 3 minutes left. The last 3 minutes of the game, and we've seen this before.
Okay, 3 minutes left.
Let's go, boys.
To play for the state championship.
The Cinderella story continues.
Perry holding it.
Nice feed in the paint. That's a good.
Oh, a good move there.
Excellent
nice
play.
feed. That was a great feed.
Rodriguez with another 2. He now has 8.
Key to that, there was no foul on that.
He had to go against Peters. Peters couldn't defend. He's got 4 fouls.
Got to keep an eye on that,
you
too.
You gotta think that they're going to try to get him out of foul trouble here.
They really are.
Him on Perry right now.
And Drake can almost take this down to 2 minutes if they want.
Zvarodoka.
Actually, there's 10 seconds on the shot clock. It went off Farai. Zvarodoka turnover. That's the first turnover in quite some time.
Farai let it go, thinking that it was not off him, but indeed it was.
Drake it now with 10 turnovers, and Bishop Stang with 10 turnovers. So it's equal on the turnover.
Farai just got to let that go and just grab the ball.
So now we're down to 2 minutes, 12 seconds. 17 on the
They're
shot
running,
clock.
they're isolating Perry for the drive down low. Looking
They
to get
set the
foul.
screen here,
Absolutely.
going right at Peters. Peters interrupts the shot.
Somebody's got to come down and crash the
That
boards.
rebound is crucial there.
New shot clock for the Spartans. Your score 51-51.
Under 2 minutes now.
They want to
Peters
drive,
out there too far against one. That's a big mismatch.
and he'll drive the basket. Blocked by Peters.
That's a huge defensive play.
Middies come up with a rebound. 1 minute, 38 seconds. 24
Tie ball
seconds
game.
on the clock.
51-51.
Drake can take it down to 110. Here goes Monette.
Monette looking out.
He stepped out of bounds.
Oh, that is a huge misstep by Monette.
2 turnovers. You got to shake that off.
Excuse me.
Another turnover by Drake, and they're coming big now.
My goodness. And we got a timeout call.
I think that's a good timeout. Calm him down. Set it up. Shake
Give
it
him a
off.
break,
you
too.
got 1 minute, 24 seconds left in the game. Settle him down. Tell him what you're going to run over this course.
So, Gordy, I have a question for you. We've seen a lot of these games where they've come down to the wire, but we've not seen an overtime game. Are we going to see one today?
I don't believe we're going to see one. The difference is we've got the foul where each team's going to be shooting free throws now. It's going to come down to free throws, and I hate to say it, Bishop Stang has been much better at the line than Drake has. For some reason, Drake in these stadiums, both at the Songus Arena here at the TD Boston Garden, they've had a hard time shooting the outside shots. I don't know if it's
Just the depth possession.
the depth of the court and the seats or something. But I mean, I hope Drake wins, but personally, from my viewpoint, it's going to come down to free throws. If Drake can make them, they're going to win. If they can't, they're going to lose. So it's going to all come down to free throws, Sam, I think.
Yeah. And it's going to be in Lopes and Perry's hand.
And we can't get Peters to foul out. There's 1:15 left. Tie ball game, 51-51.
Back door, there it is.
Back door wide open. Can't
Perry.
finish. Tap can't go in. Peters with the rebound. He's huge and down with the rebounds. Gets it to Monette. They'll take it under a minute. 1 minute left in the ball game. Tied up. 21 seconds on the shot clock.
Crowd rising.
They're going to take it down.
Oh, bad
Huge turnover.
play. Huge turnover. Layup is good.
Good.
Bishop Stang.
Torres gets it.
Timeout.
Double dribble.
They call it
my.
carry on Torres. Another turnover. 2 quick turnovers.
That hurts.
Those are
Drake
huge.
is in shock. Timeout Spartans with a 2-point lead.
41 seconds left. Down to 2 possessions.
A
If
bucket here can really push
Bishop
Drake.
Stang scores here, it's going to be tough to come back.
Absolutely.
Drake is going to have to have a big defensive play coming up after
Sten's
this
going to come down to
timeout.
fouls.
Stang gambled there on that turnover. They saw Santiago getting the pass. It was kind of a lazy pass. He jumped it, got the steal, and made the basket on the other side. And now they got that 2-point lead, 41.5 seconds here in the ball game. They're going to have the ball.
Yeah, that's it.
If you're Drake in here, do you want to foul, Victor?
Well, I think you play defense here, try to get the stop, and then if it doesn't go in,
My thing
the
is
next
if,
one you have to foul.
my thing is if you're Drake, you got to intend that Bishop Stang is going to give it right to Perry, and they're going to want Perry to just drive that ball down, try and draw a foul like they've been doing all game long. That's probably my prediction on this play coming up.
Well, I think if the Spartans are smart, they're going to just hold the ball.
Absolutely.
They're going to take
yeah.
as much time they can off the clock, and there's only 41 seconds, so they can get this down to about 12 seconds without even taking a shot.
Well, they get it down to 12. If they hit a shot, then it's going to ice the game.
Yeah, basically.
And they've got a 2-point lead, so they don't need to score at all. It's 53-51.
Ball's right to Perry, and he's going to slowly dribble
You
it up
gotta
the
be,
court.
you gotta keep your eye on the clock though when it comes to these bringing the ball up the court.
Perry had a lane, and he didn't take it. He could have went right at Peters.
I think you guys are right. He's definitely going to wait. Down to 15 seconds on the shot clock now. Now Perry's got it back. Look for him to
Okay.
drive.
23 seconds.
Will can't stay in the paint for too long
Here it
now.
comes.
This is it.
Here comes Lopez.
Turnover!
Turnover.
Call timeout.
Santiago!
Oh, he misses the layup!
That's a foul.
Who's the foul on?
That's going to be on Monette. And
That was it right there. That could have tied the game.
Santiago had such a great game. He saw the defender coming. He double pumped, and that double pump cost him making that layup.
And now
that's the game right there, the foul. That'll put him at the line. 9 seconds left. Unbelievable.
The man who's come up so huge in this game for Bishop Stang is going to go to the line.
You need a missed free throw here, a quick rebound, quick timeout.
And you can hear the crowd.
They need a miss here. They need one miss.
This is the biggest free throw.
They just need one miss. It's a
Still,
three-point game.
it's still a 3-point game.
He needs one miss and a timeout.
They need the miss here. If not, this is pretty much going to do
It's
it.
a 2-possession game with 9 seconds.
They need a miss here. If not, this game's over. That's it.
Timeout, Drake it.
It's a 55-51 2-possession game. Even a three-pointer can't help you.
The only way they have a chance now is they take a 3 and get fouled.
Or get a quick 2 foul.
That's what I was going to say. Quick 2 and then quickly fouled Bishop Stang and hope that they miss free throws, and that's all you can really do. But my thing is, there's only 9.3, so it's literally got to be inbound shoot. It's got to be a quick basket, and it's got to be a quick foul.
If you're Coach Myers, what do you think you're telling your players right now?
You need a basket. You got to push the basketball up the court as quickly as possible, maybe 4 or 5 seconds, get a layup, try to get an easy basket. They're not going to be playing much defense because they got a 4-point lead. They're going to let you score the basket. So get it in as quickly as possible, and then you've got to either get a quick turnover or you got to get a quick foul and then extend the game as much as possible.
That's who you foul, too.
Yeah, Perry's the person.
So first things first, Drake's got to get a basket. 2 or 3 doesn't matter. They got to score something here quickly. There's only 9.3 seconds left.
And they're going to press here, too.
Not a bad idea.
They got to hurry up. They got to go right now.
Here comes Monette.
Cross court. Here it is.
They got to shoot right now.
Santiago needs to put it up. Just put up something.
Peters for 3. No good.
No good, and that's probably going to do it. That is going to do it.
That's
no
it.
good.
Bishop
Stang wins.
55-51.
Congratulations to Bishop Stang. A hard-fought effort by Drake-it, of course.
They just come up one basket short there from tying the game. They would have came down to the last couple of possessions there, but fantastic season by Drake-it. Nothing to hang your head on. They're Division III North champions.
And I know Santiago's not going to feel good about that missed basket, but he came out huge.
Oh, he had an awesome game.
He had it all. He had 18 points, so if he didn't score some of those other baskets, I think it would have been a difference in the game. So, there's nothing to be ashamed of here. The fans came out in full force tonight. Drake just came up a little short. Their Cinderella run ends here tonight in Boston at the TD Garden.
Hey, it's a fantastic job. It says a lot about Drake's program coming up. Coach Myers did a fantastic job this year getting them to play team basketball, what the game is all about. Team players to understand their roles, to play as a team, and that bodes well for the years going in the future. So something to look forward to.
And Bishop Stang what a great team. They're all around. Just when you try to stop somebody, someone else stepped up, and tonight that was Camacho stepping up, and he's the senior with a big game with 18 points. Let's just go quickly through the points for both teams. For the Bishop Stang, we have Joey Sylvia with 3 points, Justin Lopes with 1, Damian Perry only held to 2 points in the second half, but he had 21 points.
And just want to pause for a minute. The Drake players are now walking over to their fellow classmates and their fans and
big ovation from the fans.
Yeah, exactly what I was wanting to point out.
Student section gave them a big cheer. Lots to cheer about.
They came out and supported them the whole way.
Declan Markey for the Stang with 2. Marcus Raposa with 2. Rodriguez with some big points there in the second half. He had 8 points. Colin Johnson with 2. And then Camacho, huge in the second half with 8 points, total of 12. That finished the Bishop Stang scoring with 55 total points. For Drake-it, Farai Suvar-Udoka had 2. Mitchell Monette with 8 points. Tyler Guerrero added 2. Cam McCullough with 10. Giancarlo Santiago with 20. Actually, he had 18 points, sorry. Adrian Torres with 2 points, and William Peters tonight with 9. So 51 is your final score. 55-51, Bishop Stang defeats Dracut here in the semifinal, state semifinal game. Thanks boys, for joining us tonight.
A great run,
unfortunately,
all the way to TD Garden. Who would have thought at the beginning
yeah,
of the season?
great job. They're just a little bit short tonight, and it's too bad, but we've always got next season, right? We've made it this far, and maybe we can take the next step next season. So don't forget to join us at all times with Dracut Access TV. We have many sports we cover for the Dracut community. We're also on YouTube. Visit our website at dracuttv.org for more information. Again, thanks to the crew tonight. Thanks to Mike Dobbs on camera. We had a great game. Folks, good night.